Let me first thank you for this hearing. Thank both of you for being here today and for your service, and just say how important I think today is because we're marking Consumer Protection Week, and I believe consumers need more protection now than ever. And your FTC, I mean, this is so important in terms of consumer protection. I want to ask you a couple of questions in terms of deceptive and unfair practices as we see it in the predatory lending and discrimination in lending as deceptive or fraudulent loan servicing. Now, I know you don't have jurisdiction over banks and thrifts, but you do have jurisdiction over non-bank mortgage companies, mortgage brokers, and other non-banking finance companies. Now, it's this sector of the industry that really has had some of the worst actors in the subprime mortgage crisis, and many of them were guilty of discrimination and illegal steering of minority borrowers' predatory subprime loans. Most of those fly-by-night companies have collapsed, thank goodness, but they were quickly replaced by companies who offered to rescue homeowners from the very predatory or fraudulent mortgages that really brought down our economy. Communities like, and I'll give you an example, like in my district in East Oakland, they were targeted, entire communities, by misleading advertising, unfair and predatory loans, and discriminatory lending. And these were targeted based on race and ethnicity. Now, unfortunately, they're falling prey to scams that really promise to save their homes and lower their mortgage payments. And these are many scams that are going on. And so your agency, I know, is busy as ever, but you have some help, of course, along the way, but you mentioned, and we all recognize it's going to take a couple of years for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau to, really be fully operational. And so in the meantime, let me find out what you all are doing on these mortgage rescue scams. Do you have your materials that are bilingual, and can they effectively hit the hardest hit minority communities? And I'd like to know a little bit about your outreach campaigns into these neighborhoods and just exactly what you're doing. And I think you need your budget, given the lack of consumer protection and these scams that are taking place. I think you need more resources, because consumers really are, the middle class is falling into now the ranks of the poor, and in large part it's these subprime mortgages that have forced them, out of their homes and really, put them out on the streets. And so we need to get it together real quick, and your agency is very critical in this. So if you ask me, you need more resources to do this.
Appreciate that. Let me start, and I'll turn it over to Commissioner Rush. So most of all of our